There will be those who have an immediate urge to disagree with the title of this video and claim that Apex Legends is not the first battle royale. Some may say that the genre originated with the rise of H1Z1 and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Others will argue that the original Minecraft Hunger Games servers were the first example of battle royale in a video game format. Even still, there could be those that, in the vein of Doom, state that Fortnite is the first battle royale, as it did for the popularity of the genre what Doom did for first-person shooters. There's one flaw with these arguments, though. None of these games were designed to be a battle royale in the first place. In this case, not only were some of the games explicitly not originally supposed to be battle royales, as is the case with Minecraft and Fortnite, but the ones that were designed for the genre did not significantly contribute to the characteristics that define it, some of these being communication, aggressive play, and a diversity of combat situations. Enter Respawn, the group of Call of Duty veterans who developed the highly acclaimed Titanfall series, and most recently, a little game you might have heard of called Apex Legends. Set in the same universe as the developer's Hallmark series, Apex Legends strips away the traditional pilot and Titan dynamic in favor of a hero-based shooter along the lines of Overwatch. And although this feature may be the defining attraction to most players, the game provides a load of unique solutions for problems that are common in the genre, that earn it the title of being able to be called the first true battle royale. The most important inclusion is the revolutionary communication potential of Apex Legends' ping system. Unlike other battle royales, players are able to ping in real time to draw their teammates' attention to a key upgrade they need or a nearby location where enemies might be hiding. The functionality of this system is compounded by its easy access on the mouse wheel for PC users and the bumpers for console players. By placing the control for pinging right next to the controls typically used for shooting, there is an immediate connection drawn between the two, intertwining two of the core concepts of battle royales together: communication and shooter gameplay.
Helmet here, level 2.
Due to this system, lobbies of complete strangers don't even need to use voice chat, as is commonplace in virtually every other multiplayer game. This is especially helpful as it reduces the anxiety some people face when talking with others online, and it reduces the potential for toxicity by filtering communication through a built in-game system that is as integral and instinctive as aiming your gun. Plus, there's no need for a scroll wheel of options to skim through, as the ping mechanic automatically detects what you are aiming at and alerts teammates accordingly, which is especially useful because of the fast-paced nature of the genre's gameplay loop. Comparisons with Overwatch are going to be common in discussions surrounding Apex Legends, because the games appear so similar on the surface. Both are first-person shooters set in a competitive multiplayer environment, where characters with different abilities feature prominently. One aspect that Apex adapts from Overwatch for the Battle Royale genre is the use of in-game voice lines for their characters. In Apex, the voices of the characters serve as a conduit of information, rather than primarily to build up the character's persona, as in Overwatch. Voice lines can be triggered by various scenarios in-game, such as when the circle is closing in, when abilities are ready to use, and when teammates utilize the aforementioned ping system.
They say we move this way.
The voice lines for pinging are so quick and informational that even friends in voice chat will find that they don't need to talk as much as they would in other games, and they can be just as efficient.
Helmet here. Level 1. Body shield here. Level 1. First blood.
A combination of the visual feedback from pinging and auditory feedback from the characters themselves allows for randomly paired up players to be competitive with well-oiled trios, making going solo a less daunting experience than in other Battle Royale games.
One down. Reloading. I got you, brother.
The choice to have a hero-based system is another unique feature for a Battle Royale game that adds an additional level of strategy to gameplay. If you go and play most other Battle Royales, you may come to the conclusion that the combat system is effectively Call of Duty multiplayer on a bigger map. This is even more apparent since the release of COD's very own Battle Royale mode, Blackout. Apex Legends subverts this run-and-gun trend by giving each one of their characters a passive, active, and ultimate ability. These abilities range from a defensive dome to protect your team, to an aggressive artillery strike to distract enemies. Being aware of your team's abilities and your enemies is as important for winning fights in Apex as it is in a more strategic game like League of Legends. Synergies start to be more apparent as you play more and more games. Using Bloodhound's tracking ability, with the smoke launcher of Bangalore, allows a team to hunt down enemies where they can't see them back. Or releasing Mirage's decoys can distract an enemy long enough for Wraith to flank a team with her Void Walk. Having this additional level of control and opportunity in combat allows for players to be more strategic in their decision-making, which better suits the longer games and larger maps of a Battle Royale than a standard Call of Duty-style combat system. The improvements from other Battle Royale games even extend to the initial landing experience where players enter the map. Instead of having players fly separately during their initial landing, one member of each team is automatically assigned to be the jump master for their entire squad. In this case, the jump master will decide when the whole team jumps because players are attached to and will jump with them by default. This system serves multiple purposes that each contribute to the cohesion of a squad. First and most basically, having one player be in charge of the landing makes it more likely for the squad to land in the same general area. For players going into matchmaking on their own in a trios-only game, being able to ensure to a degree that their entire squad will land in the same area serves to reduce the amount of trolls who go off on their own and die. Granted, the Jump Master does have the potential to send the team off the map if their teammates don't break off fast enough, but I have found this to be a rare scenario. Another benefit to squad cohesion is the fact that the squad will likely have to discuss the landing beforehand, making the opening moments of the game a more strategic and cooperative process than it would be otherwise. And if all else fails, and you get an ineffective jump master on your team, you can still drop separately, as is prevalent in the other games of the genre. Other more minor aspects of the design of Apex Legends are less noticeable in their impact at first. In contrast to other battle royales, Apex provides more opportunities to support your team in a dynamic fashion when you normally wouldn't be able to. Getting knocked down in a battle royale usually leaves you helpless, waiting for your team to come rescue you. Whereas in Apex Legends, if players find the item, they can use a knockdown shield, which can provide cover for themselves and distract enemies while they are waiting to be revived. Another process, healing, is usually pretty passive, but here you can actually stay mobile, albeit at a slower pace. This allows players to heal more safely in fights and keep up with their roaming teammates after fights, promoting the aggressive, push-forward playstyle of Battle Royale. Lastly, Apex Legends features a respawn system, a feature more akin to Call of Duty and Halo than a Battle Royale game. After a teammate is dead, players can pick up their tag from the loot crate that teammates left behind and bring them back at select respawn points around the map. This provides a solution to a problem in battle royales where teams have a tough fight early on, but still mostly survive and are at a disadvantage for the rest of the game due to the lack of players on their team. The respawn system adds an element of risk where players have to go out of their way to make it to a respawn station in return for the reward of bringing a teammate back to life. As with the knockdown and healing dynamics, the respawn system promotes a type of active play in other aspects of the game rather than just shooting, which is a common staple of the genre. The principles of communication, aggressive play, and a range of combat scenarios are three of the primary features that define Battle Royale games. Apex Legends has taken these defining principles into account and added on to them to such an extent that I would consider it to be the first true game in the genre. Whether its recent success is continued into the long term or not, I suspect that many innovative aspects of Apex Legends will be present in the Battle Royale genre for years to come.